Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them microphone, dressed like $1 million, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join me? Yeah. Ooh, Steve Harvey. Good morning, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, why don't you join in with me? If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. Y'all listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. Today, I want to just share something with you along your way to wherever it is you're trying to get to. You know, everybody has a different definition for success, and I'm not here to tell you what yours should be. I mean, please pursue whatever you think success is. Aim as high as you can, though. That's for sure. My father used to say all the time, I'm sure you all have heard it in different variations, but he used to always say, aim for the moon, just in case you miss, you'll still be amongst the stars. Just say that to me all the time. So that always was in me to aim high. Now, he wasn't saying aim with the intent to miss. He was just saying aim in case you miss, you'll still be amongst the stars. If you aim for the moon. But if you just aim for that first floor window and you miss it, you know, usually run into some type of wall and nothing happens. You slither down. You know, in my book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, I told people that men love three ways. They profess, they provide, they protect. And that's the core essence of a man's love. Well, there's some other P's in life, too. The number one thing you have to understand about trying to be successful, and I guess I'll call this the 4 P's. I may come up with 5 along the way. I don't know. I'm just talking as it's given to me. So I'm gonna start by saying that these are the 4 P's of success that you have to get ready for. Number 1 is pressure. A lot of it is applied by the circumstance of what you're trying to go for and what you're trying to do. But a lot of it also is self-imposed pressure. It's what you put on yourself to make it. It's a sense of urgency. It's a sense of necessity. But pressure is the first thing I want you to be ready for. And pressure comes in a lot of different forms, but it's going to be pressure. There's an old saying that pressure busts a pipe. See, that's why most people turn around, because of the pressure of trying to be successful. I want you to get it in your mind that it is going to be a pressurized situation on your rise to the top. Pressure. But understand that that is what it is not going to change. That's it. prepare yourself. Get ready for there to be pressure. The second thing I want you to understand is when you receive this pressure, you have to persist. You got to stay at it. You got to develop a doggedness. There's a song out that says, why must I feel like that? Why must I chase the cat? Nothing but the dog in me. That's a funny line in that song, because really I was thinking about it one day. I was humming it, and it occurred to me. It said, why must I feel like that? Why must I chase the cat? Nothing but the dog in me. And, now you could take it in the literal sense that a cat chases the dog because it's innately in his spirit that cats and dogs are a lot of times enemies. Now, people have pets and have proven that if you show love on both sides, they can exist, and that happens too. But naturally, innately, when your cat goes by a dog and your dog don't recognize them, there's some barking going on. I'm talking about just walking through the neighborhood or something. So, but the reason that this dog is so persistent towards this cat is just because it's in him. It's innately in him. And what I'm saying to you, just using that as an analogy, is that you got to be persistent in that you got to develop some dog in you now, because pressure takes some fighting back. See, if you don't fight back against pressure, pressure busts a pipe. So what you think it'll do to you? Pressure crack walls. Pressure causes explosions. So if you don't fight back to hold it in, you understand, pressure does most people in. The simple thing called pressure. The weight of what it feels like to want to be successful every single day, over and over and over and over and over. It's just too much pressure. People crack. You got to persist. You have to persist. The thought of giving up can come, but you got to get it out. You got to persist. The next thing I want you to think about is another something that I've been thinking about for years and learned for years. It's called perseverance. To persist means to insist. The key word in persist is insist. You must insist that this is going to happen. Now, the persist, I'm assuming, means it's a proaction. It's some type of proaction that you go towards it to make it, persist. You got to be persistent. You got to be constantly at it. You're insisting that it happens. You got to be constantly at it. But the next thing I want you to remember is perseverance. Perseverance is important. Perseverance means that when you've done your best, when you've persisted, when you're fighting back against the pressure, perseverance simply means I'm going to hang in here. If a crack come in the pipe, I'm going to hang in there. If the pipe bust, I'm going to keep going. If I got to put duct tape, mud, whatever I got to put on this thing, man, I'm going to use perseverance. I'm going to stay with it no matter what. So we looking at the three things again. You got to understand that it's going to be pressure, that you're going to have to persist. Key word in persist is insist. You have to insist that no matter what the pressure is, I'm going to stay with it. But then perseverance, if it goes wrong, man, you got to get in there and keep fighting. But then, Lord have mercy, nothing helps you handle the 3 P's better than the 4th P. You got to pray. You got to use prayer. You got to talk to God. You got to use faith. You got to have some conferences with him late at night, early in the morning, in the middle of the afternoon, when you're on the train, when you're driving. You got to talk to God, man. You got to get yourself some help along the way. Nothing is bigger than prayer. There is nothing bigger than prayer. Prayer will help you overcome the pressure. Prayer will help you stay persistent. And Lord have mercy, prayer will help you persevere. Them is the 4 P's. God gave that to me. I'm passing it on.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time of the morning. I don't know if you've come to the conclusion or not. It's Steve Harvey Morning Show. On and popping. Shirley Strawberry.
Good morning. It is popping. Yes, it is.
Hey, excuse me. I can't go no further. Is it a reason why we looking at your legs on the Zoom call this morning, Mr. Miles?
Okay, I was going to say, I see my head.
I done got on Zoom so we could all see each other. But now, if you're going to talk about my leg, then I'm finna turn it off.
Well, I'm not talking about
how you
it,
wanna do this?
Your leg is the biggest thing in the camera. I'm just concerned about you. Are you doing okay? Is everything all right down there?
This my makeup chair. I'm good.
I see what you're saying. Oh, you in a chair.
I'm in a director's chair. I'm fine.
Oh, no wonder you so tall. My bad. Hey, Carla Farrell.
Because I was living for the moment if you would have said you thought he was in a high chair. I was living.
Hey,
Carla.
Hey, Carla.
What?
Oh, it was there, but I thought it was a little bit too early. He seemed a little tight about to set up.
And the knees and all that. Okay.
I didn't want to. If you don't like my legs, how about I don't be on here? Oh,
yeah, you know how you go.
Really?
Junior.
I thank you. Morning, everybody. Appreciate it.
Nephew Tommy in the building.
Yeah. I'm in the building, Uncle Steve. Tall chair
Sun
right here.
is shining.
There's some business you got with Tommy?
Well, I don't know if I got business with him, Junior. But ladies,
yes,
Carla and Shirley.
Yes.
I don't know if y'all recall there was a Sugar Honey Iced Tea talking moment going on about the Lakers and the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to inform Mr. Miles that the Nuggets is down 2 games to none.
I know that.
Just thought I'd bring that up.
Don't slight them, though. They good now. Don't slight them.
Good.
Oh, come on. You got to
Clippers was good. Wait, I got Rockets was good.
Here we go.
Oh, come on, man. We ain't got nothing to do with this, dog.
No, Rockets
How
was
was
good.
Cleveland the last 10 years?
Cleveland
Browns.
was great in 2016.
No, the Browns. The Browns.
It's been the Browns. This is a whole nother sport. Now, we switching sports?
Yeah, we switching.
Well,
yes, we are.
let's switch sports and let's go with the Browns. Just won Sunday. Did Houston? Houston lost. Oh, we switched sports. Houston lost to the Ravens. Same team, Browns lost to the Ravens. Then the Cleveland won. Then the Texans lost again. God, dog. What is y'all wanted? Y'all is 0-2.
Yeah.
Y'all is. We're gonna correct your grammar. We are 0-2. Yes, we are.
Well, we is 1-1.
We just need to stop talking, Tommy. We just need to shut up till we get away.
Man, I ain't worried about him, man.
Thank y'all, everybody. Good morning.
All right,
See
listen,
y'all
guys.
here and healthy.
Get ready for the CLO. That's coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, time now for Steve's favorite segment, Ask the CLO, the Chief Love Officer.
I'm ready, Shirley.
All right, this one is from Darsha in Killeen, Texas. She says, I've been dating a soldier for the past year, and he will disappear at times and blame it on a covert mission at work. He gets testy when I question him about anything concerning his job, so I have to accept whatever he tells me. Yesterday, I was talking to him about work, and he said that several women on the base want him. I was like, what does that mean? He said, I need to secure my spot because the competition is fierce. I asked him what that meant. He said, figure it out. Is this some kind of game?
Of course it is. I can't tell you how many covert missions I've been on in my illustrious career as a player. Covert missions. You know, I wasn't in the military, but that's what I called it too, Carl. I'm on a covert mission.
You was
Nobody give
covert,
a
dog?
damn. We ain't even in war right now. What the hell is he talking about? You on a base somewhere. You ain't on no base with no covert mission, dog. Now, all these women that want him on the base, why don't you let them have him?
Yes. I
You know,
agree,
secure
Steve.
your position.
Yeah.
You know,
Talks like that.
what you supposed to do?
Right.
You know, look,
Okay.
look. I got he's a soldier and all that, but if he want to play Mr. Military all damn time, then you play Miss Military. Go AWOL.
Oh, missing
You know-
in action.
You know, since we doing military terms,
Oh, hell.
why don't you go AWOL and reduce the rations?
All right now.
Yeah.
All right. All right, CLO, here we go. Charles in Norfolk says, I've been married for 8 years, and every once in a while I watch porn and I pleasure myself. My wife does not understand it, so I try to hide it from her as much as possible. She walked in on me in the shower the other day, and I was taking matters into my own hands. She yelled, "Stop it!" And then she ran out and said she wanted a divorce, okay? She ran out, said she wanted a divorce. She's a drama queen, so I kept on doing what I was doing. She thinks I have a problem and I need to go to counseling. We have a healthy sex life, so I don't see what the problem is. Have you heard of needing counseling for this?
Well, if you in the shower by yourself and you have a healthy sex life, what's wrong, dog? What is you in there with yourself for?
He like him better than her. That's all.
But you in the shower though.
Yeah.
You don't like to sit down nowhere? You standing up for it.
Making a lot of
I'm
noise.
scared to get in on this. I want to so bad.
You
I'm scared.
Because you don't
you
know the
must be
line.
17.
What'd you say, Steve? You must be what?
He must be 17. Standing up
Yeah.
in the shower for what is? I don't understand. Yeah, bro. See, you said you've been married 8 years and you watch porn to pleasure yourself, and your wife don't get it, so you try to keep it from her. What? When you was in that shower by yourself, y'all got TV in the shower? You got a video player in there, or was you just pleasuring
Thinking about
yourself?
something.
That's what I was thinking.
How hard was you thinking, dog?
Yeah, that's pretty rough, dog.
Man, you
And
must
they
have
have
a
a
lot,
healthy sex life. That's the issue.
and
right?
he got a lot on his mind.
His is more, though.
Clearly.
That's what that is. His
Yeah.
is more.
Now she wants a divorce, so you just kept on doing what you were doing. Well, bring the papers in here.
If you're going to leave, you're going to listen to me stop it.
Because he's
Play
still in
that
the shower.
I got to shut the door. Shut the door so the kids don't come by. Get out of here, Damien.
Damien.
But people, there is counseling for things such as this.
Until he get to keep the TV. I'm keeping the
Kind of
TV.
counseling, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what he needs. Sure.
Something. Yeah. Before you go to divorce, though, I would definitely seek some sort of counseling. I don't want a divorce necessarily. All right, we're moving on. Susie in Arizona says, I'm engaged to a 29-year-old man, and he has a weird relationship with his mama. He was engaged before, but it didn't work out. He got the engagement ring back, and his mama is wearing it. It's a nice diamond, and I have to see it whenever I see her. His mom is married, but my fiance caters to her. If I get a nice gift, he gets her a little something too. For my birthday, I got a huge bouquet of roses. His mama sent me a pic of the bouquet he bought her the same day. He says he loves making her smile. Is this normal, weird, or is he a straight up mama's boy?
Get out.
No, it's a little. The mama wearing the ring that he bought the other girl. That's weird.
Yeah.
Him buying his mama flowers is not weird. Her texting you a picture of the flowers like nah. That's weird.
True.
But
I think. Go ahead, Tommy.
Let me ask you something, Uncle Steve. It's not weird that he's sending flowers to his mama on the same day he's sending it to his girl? That ain't weird?
Well, it's not weird to send your mama flowers, but it is weird if you send them on the same day, I'm getting something from Mama. Let me get Mama because I like to make her smile. There's nothing wrong with that. It'd be better if more people treated their mamas well. But she sent a picture of them to the girlfriend, like, you ain't the only one.
Yeah.
Got some damn flowers.
Mama's
today.
petty, and he is a mama's boy. Yeah.
I think that there is some signs of mama boyism in here. Because the mama.
Wait, hold up! You just made up a word.
Adverb. I love his adverb. What is
Come on, Steve.
There is hints of mama boyism on this here, because she got on the ring that was his fiance that she felt should have been her ring anyway. If you get involved in this situation, you will be marrying the entire family. You just need to know that.
Mama boyism.
Mama boyism. If there's a word for mamas who like their sons like this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Steve, what you think?
That's called apronitis.
Apron strings. I get it.
That's apronitis.
Coming up next, the nephew will run that prank back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour in entertainment news, yesterday, Ellen DeGeneres talked about her controversy and toxic work environment allegations during her new season premiere. Plus, today is National Voter Registration Day. Voter Registration Day today, people. Let's go.
We got work to do.
Yeah, we'll talk about all of these stories at the top of the hour. But right now, the nephew is in the building with Run That Prank Back. What you got for us, Neff?
Guess who's moving next door? Let's go, people. Come on, Cat.
Hello, I'm trying to reach Mr. Is it Dolphin? Dolan. Mr. Dolan?
Yes, sir.
How you doing? My name is Clifford.
Yeah, what can I do for you, Mr.
You live at Cheshire Drive?
Why do you want to know that?
Well, actually, I'm at 1623. I actually bought the house that was for sale next door to you.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations. But how did you get my number?
Well, actually, the realtor told me that he had your number because I said I wanted to reach out to the neighbors next door, and he told me that Mr. Dolan was actually the person next door, and he didn't think you would mind me actually getting the number.
Okay. Well, I'll talk with the realtor later. But what can I do for you, sir?
Well, what I wanted to know is, do you have any problems like living next door to black people?
I'm sorry. What did you just ask me?
I mean, like I said, I just bought the place next door, and I wanted to know, do you have any problems, living next door to black people?
No, sir. I have no problem. I'm assuming you're a black man, and I have no problem with that. I judge people by their actions, not their color.
Okay. Now, do you have any black people experience?
Well, yeah, I've worked with, gone to school with, have several friends of many different ethnicities. What is it? What's this? How is this relative?
Well, like I say, I'm gonna be living next to you, and I'm just making sure that you and I can coincide or coexist rather on the same block and not really have a problem with one another. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, do you have a problem with white people?
No, I don't have a problem with white people. I'm cool. I'm just trying to make sure, because me and you already have a bit of a problem already,
Oh, we do.
Yeah, we have a problem. I'm
bothering me while I'm at work. What's your problem?
Okay, well, my problem is that, after purchasing the property, I went downtown to the city and actually looked at, the layout of this entire property. And when I look at it, you actually 25, close to 30 feet over the property line.
Well, no, you're looking at the wrong map.
No. The fence that separates my backyard from your backyard, you are 30 feet over that.
That's impossible. No.
Listen, and I know this. Now, let me. I'm gonna tell you how I look at. You got a jacuzzi in your backyard, right?
Oh, so you've been spying on me?
No, I haven't been spying on you, sir. I'm just telling you, close to that, not far from that fence line. Don't you have a jacuzzi there?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do. Yes.
Okay. Now the pool is okay, but if I push that fence line back 30 and actually get the property that I'm supposed to have, I pretty much own your jacuzzi, your hot tub.
I see. Okay. Let me tell you something. I've been in that house for 10 years. We put that fence up when we moved in, and it was based on the property line that was set 10 years ago. I don't know what you're looking at, but my fence is not moving. My jacuzzi's not moving, and there's no changing that.
Okay. Well, let me. I'm glad you voiced what you wanted to voice. Now you hear old Clifford out. Let me tell you something. Either we're going to take the fence line and move it where it's supposed to be, or we're going to put a gate between our 2 yards, and I'm going to be able to come and get in this jacuzzi and pool whenever I want to.
All right, let's talk about this. First of all, there's not going to be any gate, okay? And as far as you just coming over and getting in the jacuzzi at will, I got a real problem with that. You've called me at work. I'm on the job, and I'm having to listen to this on a future neighbor who's making weird claims about how he owns part of my land. That.
I own the jacuzzi, sir.
No, you did not pay for that jacuzzi. You did not pay for that fence. You just showed up making you called me at work and then you hand me some story with no evidence. I'll go down to City Hall and look at those papers myself because I don't trust a word you're saying. I've been there for 10 years. I've had 10 other neighbors in that backyard. Y'all cycle through once a year, I swear, and I've never had any problems with them until you come along. This is some
Okay, well, I tell you what. Here's something you need to understand. You got a new black neighbor, and you got a new black neighbor that owns your jacuzzi because you're over the fence line, all right? And as soon as I move in, I'm coming and I'm getting in my jacuzzi.
You will, man. You know what I mean? No. Move into that.
I'm going to use the jacuzzi on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You get it on Tuesday, Thursday, and the weekend. That's it. Because part of this damn jacuzzi belongs to me. The jacuzzi is owned by a black man and a white man, and we're going to get along. Bottom line.
Look here. Listen here, you. Who are you to dictate what days I get to use my jacuzzi?
Because it's not just
coming over to my jacuzzi.
It's not just your jacuzzi. It's our jacuzzi because you built it. That's the only thing that makes it yours. It being on my part of the property helps make it mine. So therefore, we're going to share this damn jacuzzi, and we're going to try to get
in my jacuzzi. I'm tossing your across the fence.
I will be there Mondays, Wednesdays, and
you ain't gonna be. I will be standing at my jacuzzi with a shotgun. You take one step over to my property line. I swear, if I could jump through this phone, I'd wring your neck.
You know who's gonna be in there with me?
Who the gonna be in there?
I'm gonna have Cunningham in the damn jacuzzi. Who? Cunningham.
My coworker? What the?
Hey, man, this is Nephew Tommy, man. Your boy Cunningham got me to prank phone call you.
Payback's a...
We got you, man. We got you.
You got me good.
Hey, I got one more thing to ask you, man. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Radio Show.
And there you have it.
No, there you almost had it.
About this jacuzzi hot tub.
Yeah.
You just tripping.
It's on my side. It's not on your side. It's on my side.
What?
I can get in it whenever I want.
That was an ass prank there, Tom.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was.
When you come home, don't be surprised if I'm in the hot tub because that's our hot tub. It's our
You a black man, you a white man. We gonna get along.
Black folks and white folks got to get along. It's ours.
Ooh, how do you come up with this ignorance?
Play too much.
That's that left side, Shirley. That left side
You
of the
always say
cerebrum of my brain. Okay, I think from the left.
Goodness.
You know, Tommy's on the left. Thomas Miles is on the right. I can't stand him. But Tommy cool.
can't
Thomas
stand
Miles, he difficult.
He
All right,
can't
well, thank
stand his damn self.
That's basically what it said, Steve.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, thank you, nephew. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have some entertainment news. And today is National Voter Registration Day. We'll talk about all of that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In entertainment news, yesterday, Ellen DeGeneres addressed her controversy and toxic work environment during her season 18 premiere. Take a listen.
How was everybody's summer? Good? Yeah? Mine was great. Super terrific. I'm so happy to be back in the studio. There are a lot of things I want to talk about. I've been looking forward to addressing it all directly, and unfortunately, talking directly to people has been illegal for 6 months, so I have a virtual audience here instead. Here you all are. You look beautiful, and I'm sure you smell great. That's what I'm imagining anyway. All right, let's get to it. As you may have heard, this summer there were allegations of a toxic work environment at our show, and then there was an investigation. I learned that things happened here that never should have happened. I take that very seriously, and I want to say I am so sorry to the people who were affected. I know that I'm in a position of privilege and power, and I realize that with that comes responsibility, and I take responsibility for what happens at my show. This is the Ellen DeGeneres Show. I am Ellen DeGeneres. My name is there. My name is there. My name is on underwear. We have had a lot of conversations over the last few weeks about the show, our workplace, and what we want for the future. We have made the necessary changes, and today we are starting a new chapter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she addressed it head on. I like that, Ellen.
Let's hope that works out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See.
Several current and former staff members allege they faced harassment, intimidation, and racism. According to People magazine, in late July, Warner Brothers launched an internal investigation and spoke to 270 of Ellen's employees, and she publicly apologized, and 3 top producers were fired from the Ellen Show.
Well, you know, she took responsibility for it as her name is on the show. But, you know, a person, you can't know what all of your employees are doing. And the sad thing about some producers and stuff is they take on the power because they feel like because they're a producer, they take on a certain power and they wield it in a way that maybe not even the star would do. Mm-hmm. You know,
you better talk
about it.
Yeah.
You know,
about
you know, you've all seen people
I've seen
who have been in power and have just been abusive with their power.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not what Ellen has been about since I've known her.
Well, I like the fact that she addressed it. I do. And came clean and publicly apologized. I liked all that.
Yeah.
Okay, switching gears. A programming note. Tomorrow morning, check this out, people. Tomorrow morning, Democratic presidential hopeful Joe Biden will be our special guest. Our special guest, okay? Don't forget, Joe Biden will be our special guest in the morning. And finally, today is National Voter Registration Day. How about that, right? If your right to vote means anything to you, and we certainly hope it does on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, please, please, please make sure you're registered. You can learn about your voter rights and requirements. Be informed by checking where your polling place is. This is a day of action. We need all registered eligible voters to participate in our democracy.
Absolutely.
Right, Steve? Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, you know, look, this is go time.
Yeah.
This is the time for everybody who wants a change to participate in making the change.
Right.
The only way we can change something is we got to vote. That's all. It's just simple as that. If we vote, we can change things. Prove to me your vote. If you vote, you will prove to yourself one thing or another. It counts or it don't count. And there's no way you can vote and think it don't count.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
It's just no way.
Absolutely.
Please, I'm asking everybody to vote. You will make a huge difference.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And Steve, we have only 42 days left. 42 days left until the November 3rd election. You can go right now to vote.org and get your dates and all of that. Today is National Voter Registration Day. Make today count. Make it count. Early vote. Do what you have to do. Find out when all that is today. All right?
We're not playing with y'all. I just want to know that.
Right. This is serious. This is our lives. Vote as if your life depended on it. Now, coming up in 20 minutes after the hour, Steve is going to tell us what he's watching on TV right after this.
These are things you want to say to your mate, that you really can't.
But you really can't. Every man in a relationship at one point has wanted to say these things.
Watch yourself. Watch yourself.
If you got a hangnail on your foot, don't rub that up against mine.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying?
No, please don't.
Come on, man.
Stupid.
How you don't know that's scratching everything?
No. I know it's sexy to throw your leg across mine, but let me just tell you something.
Watch yourself, Jay.
When we first met,
Uh-huh.
when we first hooked up, that leg was a lot lighter. You know what I mean?
See? Right there.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
You're getting in trouble.
I'm just saying it's not gonna stay that long. That's like I love you, but that leg is a little.
I hate him. I hate him with everything.
Yeah.
Every fiber of my being.
You know what I'm talking about? Right. That leg is not as light as it was when we met.
It's some weight on that
That
leg.
leg is cutting off my circulation.
You're under there talking about, help me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
About to lose a foot.
I'm already diabetic. I need.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
So yesterday, of course, we were all on Zoom. We were talking about what we're watching on TV. However, before quarantine days, Steve wouldn't normally participate in our TV show conversations, right?
No,
but
he wouldn't.
now Steve is like leading the charge, okay? He's been feeling left out, and he wants to engage in our TV show or binge watching conversation. So Steve, tell us and tell everyone what you've been watching and what's so good about it. You got to tell us.
Ain't nothing on the air better than court cam. Boy,
What is court cam?
court cam is they show the inside of courthouses around the nation from a camera view. Boy, let me tell you something. There's some people who have made the decision to make crime a lifestyle, and I see nothing else they could do. I truly do understand at the mental capacity of some of these people why crime was chosen. Our schooling must not have worked.
Really?
You know, going down to the seminary, that was out. You know,
Military.
military, none of that. None of that.
You got all that for watching court cam.
Man, court cam got people on there making, not only was the decision to commit the crime that got them in court wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
Once they in court, the time that I've watched accumulate after they got to court. Listen,
What do
man,
you mean?
we've gone from simple misdemeanors where we are here to just set your bail. You make bail, you go home.
Right. Okay.
I've seen cases where you come in and you pay the fine and you go home. All races. White people are my favorite.
So, okay, Steve, so what happened? This is not what happens on court cam, is what you're saying?
Court cam is the fools that go before the judge and make decisions. And through the
irrational dog.
boy.
I have no respect for anything.
I'm talking about just adding time.
to judge
Okay.
anything.
Okay,
I'm
give
talking-
Give me an
Yeah,
example.
give us an example.
Here this dude in Detroit. He go before the black judge. She a woman. Nice looking sister too.
And what's his ethnicity?
I take that. He black.
Okay.
He talking to the lady. Blank that. B, you blank, you blankety blank the blank blank. That sister said, who you talking to? Get out of my court. Get out of my court. Rushed him out the court. Sentenced him, brought him back in. Gave this dude about 38 years. When he came back in, he was a new man. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I bet you are.
In Jesus' name, I've been so unworthy of your kindness. And forgive me, ma'am.
All right, Steve. We'll be watching. Coming up in 34 minutes after the hour, tell me something good news. Deion Sanders, prime time, is headed to Jackson State University. We're going to talk about it right after this. Coach Prime in the building.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, we're celebrating HBCUs all this week. And
Yeah,
it
we
is
are.
time now to to tell me something good, tell you something good. This good news is from our home station in Jackson, Mississippi, Kixie 107.5, okay? Kixie. We have to say, we need a drum roll for this because we're excited about this. We have to say congratulations to our friend, our family member, Deion Sanders, prime time, baby.
Yeah.
Prime time is now the head football coach at Jackson State University. All right.
Yeah. The greatest cornerback of all time.
Coach Prime.
Yeah, of course we know Deion Sanders is an NFL Hall of Famer, and we all know he played Major League Baseball as well. Prime said he is ready to bring national recognition to JSU and HBCUs, and he is proud to be part of the JSU family. He said now he will be addressed as Coach Prime. Thank you
Coach
very
Prime.
much.
I'm going to a game. I'm going to a game. Junior, let's go to a game, baby. Let's go to a prime time game.
So awesome.
Man. That is so awesome that he's
big.
a coach.
That's
in
big,
the
man.
SWAC at Jackson State. Yeah.
No, that's big for HBCU. That's huge.
That is so huge.
A figure like Deion Sanders in the SWAC? Oh,
What?
That's what I'm saying, Junior, in the
What?
A Hall of Famer?
A Hall of Fame coach? Oh.
Where's Monica Barnes? That's, our producer. That's her. That's her
Alma
mater.
mater.
Yes.
He'll be coaching in the pros within 5 years.
You think so?
Oh,
that's good.
You think this
I
is?
love it.
Hey, man.
Come on, man.
Oh, okay.
That boy got a work.
He works so well with young people.
He really does.
Because he can
does.
relate to them.
He has a gift.
And what are you going to say? I mean, this is a dude who did it at a level like nobody else.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to have their undivided attention.
Oh, yeah.
That's so great, though.
That is really cool. Yeah.
Prime a beast, man. Prime say he ran through the cemetery coming home from school every day, and that's how he got fast.
Yeah.
Prime is a bad boy.
Yeah.
Fort Myers.
Yeah. He ran through your ass in the backyard when you went over there.
Bring that up.
In Dallas.
I didn't bring that up. I didn't want to talk about that.
Yeah, you did bring that. Well, since we bringing up foot races, you ain't won a race. You ought to quit racing.
You need to
I
stop.
think Junior kind of put you out the race game, and if we could roll that footage back of Carla.
Roll that bean.
The disappointment.
What?
The disappointment.
Carla, Neil, man.
Roll it, baby.
Oh, this blankety blank.
What Tommy I knew?
Tommy.
Oh,
We back
Carla cussed
Tommy.
me out. Carla was no longer.
Tommy had been a
I
runner,
don't want to hear
right?
Carla.
And we didn't
you
know
was down
that.
with
No,
me.
Tommy, you were telling us you was this track star, and I knew you couldn't beat prime time. I knew you had lost your mind when you said that.
Everybody knew that.
Yeah, so you went to Dallas, and then Prime just smoked.
Dusted.
Eating his dust.
You were still in the block. He had took 3 steps.
Yeah, he was gone.
He was gone. It was over.
Turf
then
toe
when
and
the
all
race
with Prime.
Yeah.
Yes.
Prime
yes.
wasn't
He
playing.
wanted to race Junior. Then he wanted to and we Carla and I backed Tommy because we didn't know Junior had ran anything. He talked about football, but he never talked about running.
So what's next, Shirley? Me and you racing? What is it? What is it?
She gonna win.
Well,
No, because I would win that
I got all
too.
my money on Carla because your track record is shot.
If you say so.
You right now you owe for everything.
Steve
0
could beat
for
you with
whoever
his knees.
Girl,
Steve can beat me too? Okay.
smoke his ass like a cigar.
I was so mad at you with
I
that
know.
Junior. I think I got that on my phone. That actual race on my phone.
Oh, boy. I ain't recovered from
I gotta
so
find the
much
prime
into it.
time one though. We gotta find the prime.
Oh, that's on
So
YouTube,
congratulations.
everybody.
Oh, that's it.
Oh,
That's
they
it.
watching that one now. That's me and Prime. That's Prime.
Now would be a good time to watch it. Congratulations once again to Primetime, the new head football coach
I'm
at
happy for
Jackson
Deion.
State University. Yeah.
And let me
Yeah.
shout out Mississippi Monica and my cousin Tony Shelvin, who's alumna. He went to Jackson State. They are so. Let me tell you something. JSU
Oh, yeah.
Tigers, Sonic Boom.
All right, coming up next, the nephew with today's prank phone call.
Somebody gonna beat me at this?
Right after this.
But if it was running and pranking.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. Subject, when I say crazy, I mean crazy, okay? I mean crazy. Right now,
when
the
I
nephew
say crazy,
is here.
you say heifer. Crazy, heifer, crazy.
Nobody's
When I
saying
say
that.
crazy, you say heifer. Crazy, heifer, crazy. I don't even know that's what the letter's about.
If it's a dude, what do we call him?
Then we're going to do the same. When I say crazy, you say heifer. Crazy, heifer. Same
A
thing.
dude?
Yeah, same dude. Same
All
thing.
right. Right now, the nephew is here with today's prank phone call. What you got for us today, Neff?
Bump and grind. Bump and grind. Let's go, cat dog.
Hello? Hello, I'm trying to reach Marcus. Marcus. Yeah, this is he. Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me pretty good? Yeah, I can hear you, man. Go ahead. Hey, listen. Hold on. Let me turn the radio down for a second. Go ahead. Hey, listen. I live in an apartment building that you just moved into. I live in 21A, and you live above me in 22A. I actually got your number from the leasing office. I told them I wanted to welcome you to the apartment building, man, but I didn't want to really raise no eyebrows, but I was really calling about, you know, first of all, let me go ahead and say welcome to the building, man. I hope that you and your is that your wife that lives with you? First of all, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. But why would you need to have my number to do that? You could have just came and knocked on my door, man. Well, yeah. Well, see, what the reason why, I really called and got the number was kind of reach out to you, man. I don't be wanting to start no trouble with nobody or nothing like that. I be wanting to, I want my neighbors to be cool with me, and I want to be cool with my neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's cool. So I was reaching out, man, because the noise, man. I work at night and I sleep during the day, man. But it seems like since you guys moved in, man, in the middle of the day, it's I know what it's like to have a lady. Wait, hold on. You're hearing noises coming from my place in the middle of the day? Right. I'm hearing. I'm guessing I'm hearing you making love to your lady, man. Nah, man. You know what it is? You might be hearing something from another unit, man. It's definitely not coming from us because I'm at work and my girl is there, but she's on the computer. She's looking for a gig right now. Hello? Okay. Wait a minute now. So you live in apartment 22A, right? Yeah. Okay. See, I live in 21A. Your bedroom is above my bedroom. Wait a minute. Hold on. You're telling me that you're hearing noises that sound like somebody's making love coming from my crib at this time of day, and I'm not there, and only my woman is there? Dude, man, again, I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I appreciate you calling and neighbor and all that. 21A, you said you went, right? Yeah. Man, look, you called me, all right? So let's get to the bottom of this one time. You saying you hearing noise. What kind of noise are you hearing exactly? Tell me. Hey, you know what, man? This is probably just a big mistake. Maybe she's just hanging some pictures or something, bro. You know what? Let me No. I apologize. Ain't no pictures, man. We ain't even bought no pictures yet. You calling me like you hearing a jackhammer going off in my crib. What you talking about, man? Hey, man. Listen, Marcus. I apologize. No, my man. You telling me I'm a man? You understand what I'm saying? I don't know what you are, but I'm a man. No, I understand. You calling me, telling me you hearing noises coming from my crib that sound like somebody, and now you telling me don't worry about it? Maybe hey, man, all I'm saying is maybe it's just a legitimate mistake. I don't think maybe she hanging some pictures or moving some furniture or something like that. Ain't no pictures, man. I keep telling you that. Ain't no pictures. Ain't nobody hanging. It shouldn't be no noise coming from my crib. Hey, man, I ain't trying to start no trouble, man. Hey, you not starting some man. What you talking about? Man, all I was calling about was trying to get a decent rest, man. I work at night, bro. That's all I'm talking about, man. I'm not trying to. I don't give a if you work the graveyard shit. I don't care. You calling me, telling me about my crib that I just moved into. You hearing noises. Ain't no going on like that, man. I don't even believe it. You got the right address. Where you live at, man? You live on man? Yes, man, in apartment 21A, and your place is above mine, man. Hold on. Let me pull this truck over, man. Hold on 1 second, man. Cause you talking to dude. Hey man, look, I'm not trying to have no trouble, man. I'm not trying to have no trouble, man. You can't tell you working there, dude. I do 50 hours a week, man. I don't need to hear like this. Okay, dog. I'm not. All I'm saying is, man, I thought you was making love to your woman, man. That's what I thought. That's why I called you to ask y'all to keep the noise down. I ain't making love to my wife. I ain't even on my ass right now. I'm on my radio. Trust that. He's gonna hear this 21A, and I'm coming right to your crib to hear it. I ain't hearing from your crib. No, hold the hell up, dude. You're not coming to my apartment to hear nothing, man. I ain't got nothing to do with this. I want your don't talk that to me. You don't know me. I ain't letting you in my house, man, about no man that you got going on upstairs. You gotta control your woman, man. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Don't tell me nothing about my woman. You don't even know my woman. I know she been up there weighing it out for the last 2 weeks between 12 and 2. I know that. You got to be. You talking to Daniel, man. I'm coming to your house. You ain't coming to my apartment, man. I'm not. Hey, man, listen. No. I ain't got nothing to do with this. I'm telling you. You got trouble. I'm coming to your crib, man. Hey, I got one more thing I need to say to you, man. Did you listen? From my crib. I ain't even home. I got one more thing I need to say, all right? All right? You better listen. You better be telling me you opening the door. Are you listening? Yeah, I'm listening. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your homeboy. Wait a minute. Oh, what the do you live at 21A, man? Step away from 21A, please. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your boy got me to prank you, man. Oh, damn. Are you at 21A? Dude, I'm right outside my apartment, man. I'm ready to blow that hang up, man. Nephew Tommy? This Tommy, man. How you doing, brother? Oh, man, Tommy, you had me going, man. I was coming to up, man. I'm serious, man. I got one more thing I got to ask before I let you go, man. What is the baddest radio show in the land, man? Man, it's the Steve Harvey Morning Show, without a doubt. Hey, man, step away from 21A. Step away.
Step away from 21A.
That was.
What
you talking about, huh?
That was a little bump and grind. What? Little bump and grind?
Close.
My goodness.
But talk
They
about
tearing it up
anger.
between 12 and 2. What?
Misplaced anger on your neighbor's part. Why was he so mad at you?
Yeah.
Between 12 and 2. Now, if it ain't you, it ain't you. But I'm just saying, I'm telling you what I hear, okay? Between 12 and 2, partner.
He at the door. He at the door.
He's mad at you though, not his wife.
You mad at me for? I'm just trying to get some sleep. That's all I want. I just
You're
want
the
to
messenger.
Yeah, don't shoot the messenger. I just want to get a little rest.
Lot of Tommy, lot of messages that got shot. That's where the phrase come from.
Don't shoot the message.
Shoot the message. That's
Don't
where
deliver the message.
Lot of hey man, if you look at movies like back in the medieval days, where the dude would bring a message to the other king, and they'll send the dude's head back in a basket.
Yeah.
That's where that came from. Don't kill the messenger. That's like the king asked me to ride the note over there. The note will never make it.
Never make it. They said no, King.
Thank you, nephew. Coming up next, my strawberry letter. This subject, when I say crazy, I mean crazy. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Today is National Voter Registration Day. If your right to vote means anything to you, please make sure you're registered, okay? There are 42 days until the November 3rd election. Go right now to get registered. It only takes a couple of minutes. Go to vote.org, and you can also get your dates when you can early vote in your state, all right? Please do that today. This is National Voter Registration Day. Vote.org. Go. Yeah. All right, we're going to switch gears here because it's time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to SteveHarveyFM.com and click submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now.
Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
Subject. When I say crazy, I mean crazy. What'd you say, Steve?
Nothing, I was just singing.
Oh. All right, here we go. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm a 38-year-old wife and mother of 4 beautiful daughters. My husband and I have been together for 18 years and married for 10. We have been living separately for the last 3 years because my husband accused me of cheating in the craziest way. Less than a year after our last daughter was born, he set up a tape recorder in our home to catch me cheating. He told me about the recording and then played the tape for me. All I heard was the babies cooing and the Little Mermaid playing in the background. But my husband swore he heard sex sounds on the tape. He made copies of the tape and sent them to his family and a few of our friends. They were puzzled and advised me to watch him because he appeared to be becoming unhinged. After that, he stopped sleeping and he started drinking heavily. He told me that our last child is not his, and he started arguments daily about this imaginary boyfriend that I had. I was a stay-at-home mom at the time, so he never wanted me to leave the house, and if I did leave, he would sniff my clothes for traces of cologne when I got home. I eventually called his mom and told her to come and get him because my older daughters were afraid of his erratic behavior. Since he's been living with his mom, he lost his job, got arrested, and was in legal trouble for a while. That was 2 years ago, and now he's back on his feet and has been in counseling for 3 months. He wants to come back home, but my daughters don't necessarily want him to. They are enjoying the peace and stability without him. Am I crazy to even consider taking his paranoid behind back? Please advise. Girl, not without some serious medical help, okay, from a board-certified psychologist or psychiatrist because of, I just say this, because of his daughters and how they feel. If his own daughters don't want him back in the house, I think this is a major problem. I mean, they are afraid of him. That's not good. He's their dad. The good news in this letter, I will say, is that that was 2 years ago. And after living with his mom, losing his job, like you say in the letter, getting arrested, being in legal trouble, he's back on his feet and has been in counseling for 3 months. So I would say this, there's hope. There might be a glimmer of hope, a light at the end of the tunnel or something. But I wouldn't let him back in the house with just 3 months of counseling. I mean, remember, come on, this man was sniffing your clothes. He sent out tapes to your family and friends. Even, they advised you to watch him because he appeared to be becoming unhinged. You got to take all that into consideration. 3 months of counseling does a whole lot. I just wouldn't let him in with 3 months of counseling. I don't think you should disrupt your peaceful and stable home right now without some serious intervention from professionals. And let me remind you that he wants to come back. And this is not about what he wants. This is about you and the safety of your home, okay? And your kids. That's what I say. Steve?
Well, this is going to be an interesting take I have. This 38-year-old wife, mother of 4 beautiful daughters. Been together for 18 years with your husband, married 10. They've been living separated for the last 3 years. The 3 years they ain't been together. 3 years, that's a long time. Because your husband accused you of cheating in the craziest way. After the last daughter was born, he set up a tape recorder in our home to catch me cheating. He told me about the recording, then he played the tape for me. All I heard was babies cooing and the Little Mermaid playing in the background. All you heard in the tape was baby cooing. My question to you is, normally when y'all do make love, do you coo? And my question to her is, when they do make love, do she coo? I don't know, baby. Coo. If you've been doing baby talk in his ear, he has a case. if your specialty ain't been baby talk, then we have a damn problem. Now, the other thing is, when y'all do make love, do y'all play cartoon music? Because The Little Mermaid is playing in the background. Most grown-ups like Luther, Peebo, H-Town, Knocking the Boots. Several things you could play. They 38, so, they listening to Joe. They say, take my money. All this here. But y'all in here listening to The Little Mermaid. Now, your man is crazy.
Yeah.
Because he swore he heard sex sounds on the tape. Then he made copies of the tape, sent it to his family and friends. They done called you and say, careful, he's coming unhinged. Yeah. Mo,
hold on,
I
Steve.
come back.
Okay. We'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour.
Money.
Subject, when I say crazy, I mean crazy. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter subject. When I say crazy, I mean crazy, okay?
This dude done lost his rabbit-ass mind to put a recorder in the house. They've been married all these years, 18 years married for 10, 4 beautiful daughters. He done decided to record her and played the tape back. All you hear is baby cooing and some Little Mermaids in the background. But your husband swore that he heard sex sounds on the tape. So he made copies of the tape, sent them to his family and a few of our friends. They was puzzled. They advised you to watch him. Be careful, girl. You're going to be in the trash bag. Something wrong with him. He's coming unhinged. So after that, he started sleeping. Then he started drinking heavily. Then he told me that your last child ain't his, and he started arguments about this imaginary boyfriend that I had. You was a stay-at-home mom, so he never wanted you to leave the house, and if he did, he would sniff my clothes for traces of cologne when I got home. Now, let me tell you something about clothes sniffing. Clothes sniffing is not a trait of somebody who drinks. This man then got on some drugs.
Okay.
This ain't drinking. This is no longer alcohol. And I'm going to show you how I know this. He started sniffing clothes. Clothes sniffing ain't drinking. That's a heavier drug. Now, he eventually called his mom and told her to come get him because the older daughters were afraid of his erratic behavior. He lost his job. He got arrested, was in legal trouble for a while. Them is drugs. That's not alcohol. Alcohol is different.
Okay, and you know this house, sir.
Because I know alcoholics.
Oh, okay.
I know a lot of alcoholics.
You do. Yeah.
And then I know a lot of junkies. This is junkie behavior.
Anyway.
He a junkie. See, that was 2 years ago. Now he back on his feet. He been in counseling for 3 months. Counseling? Junkie. AA, alcohol. Counseling, junkie.
Oh, this is how you're figuring this stuff out. Okay.
See, that's how you do it. He wants to come back home, but my daughters don't necessarily want him to. They're enjoying the peace and stability without him. And I say to you, ma'am, it's been 3 years.
Yep.
It's been 3 years. You've done 3 years without this man. And he wants to come back home. Why? What now? What's different? Counseling? You need to find out about what the counseling is for. You need to get real serious about this. Because your kids don't even want it back. When the children got better sense than adults. If the kids don't want the dude back in the house, you have to consider that. You know, am I crazy to even consider taking his paranoid behind back? Paranoid? Alcohol does not produce paranoia. He's been on some type of drugs, lost his job, got into legal trouble. The man was on something else. Now, I don't know what he done put on the weed. You know, it's a little substance you can sprinkle on the weed. You know, ain't nobody dropping nothing in drinks. That's a whole nother high. If you're sprinkling stuff in the drink, you're on another high. If you're putting it on the weed, that's a different high. If you're taking pills.
For someone
something
who's never
wrong.
drank or taken drugs, you know a lot.
All my friends have been involved on a regular basis.
Wow.
I have recovering everything in my life. Everything.
Okay.
I got partners, I can't have a glass of cognac round with my cigar because they'll lose their rabbit ass, man.
Okay.
Oh, dog, so you just gonna drink? You know I'm in AA. Okay, wait, dog, I forgot. My bad. So I'm just saying, I don't know that I'd be so readily taken back. No. You've been separated 3 years. 3 months versus 3 years is not long enough. I would let him come over and visit the kids, of course. See how that go for about a year before you even consider. And see if you can get the man back. But he has to get rid of these thoughts that ain't his child. He got to get rid of all these thoughts about who you sleeping with, because cooing don't sound a lot like sex. If it's just cooing, you're not having, that's not adequate sex.
Okay, that begs the question, what is adequate sex? What kind of sounds are you making? Uh-huh.
That's not adequate sex. Adequate sex is, oh, no, you didn't. You big gorilla black spank my God, dog. Hold up. Whoa! Wait a minute. Don't stop. Get it. Come on, big bastard. Get it with it.
You get caught up, okay?
Trick me.
Reel it back in. Reel it back in.
Spank me like a pancake. That's adequate. That's when you say
that's
stuff
not cooing,
that don't
that's
make.
for sure. Yeah, we're beyond cooing now. All right, thank you, Steve. Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. And please check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, Junior and Sports Talk right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, get ready. Junior is here with Sports Talk.
All right,
Sports Talk.
Yeah.
Here we go. Still trending the Western Conference Finals. LeBron James and Anthony Davis leading the LA Lakers with 2-0 lead over the Denver Nuggets.
2-0. Did Tommy hear you?
I will say it again for him that LeBron James and Anthony Davis and the Lakers with a 2-0 lead over the Nuggets.
Did he say 2,500?
That's what I thought.
Stop that.
I just asked.
I said a number and you didn't agree to it.
Okay.
So what you ain't gonna do is act like we agreed on something. No.
Okay, well, just
stop
checking.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
just
check it
checking.
any way you want
It
to
was
check
a
it. I know
question. I'm
exactly
sorry.
what happened.
2-0.
So this is y'all charity bet. So is it on or not?
No, the bet ain't on. The bet ain't on because he ain't never been.
yeah.
I didn't do enough money for him. You know, he didn't want to go up, and I didn't want to go. I wasn't going up. So no.
Oh, so it's no bet.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Kareem, Magic Bird, and Michael Jordan. And let me tell you, Isaiah Thomas said. He said that Kareem, Magic Bird, Jordan, and himself had great college coaches. He said, look at our coaching tree. Look at our coaches in college. But LeBron James came right out of high school, so I refer to him as Einstein of basketball.
Oh, that's a nice compliment.
Yeah,
so are we saying LeBron?
It's going to be
Is the
gonna be
greatest
an
of all
argument.
time.
The GOAT?
It's going to be an argument. If this man
Shirley
wins,
ain't giving up Jordan.
I know, and rightfully so.
Rightfully, that's right.
Rightfully so. 6 NBA championships.
Yes, thank you.
With the same team, a great dynasty. But let me say this: if this man gets an NBA final with every team he goes to,
That's 3 different teams.
Jesus,
Yeah.
man.
He brought a
That's greatness by itself.
That
Major.
is.
That's epic.
And I'm going to tell you something else. Jordan played 15 years. LeBron is in his 17th year and playing at this level. No one in professional sports has ever played their sport for 17 years at this level right here. You still can't stop LeBron James, and no one can say he's slowed down.
No, he has not.
No, he has not. Did you think LeBron should have got the MVP this season up?
I don't know.
That Greek a cold
Oh, yeah, the
boy,
Greek
man.
freak got it.
That Greek
Jonathan Kupo.
Oh, he cold now. Ain't no need.
The Greek cold, dog.
Yeah.
Thank you, Junior. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, some sad news to report from the music world. Pamela Hutchinson, one of the singers of the iconic group, The Emotions, passed away from health challenges she had been battling for years. The Emotions were one of the most influential female groups of all time. The Hutchinson sisters posted a statement on their Facebook page. Now our beautiful sister will sing amongst the angels in perfect peace. The Emotions may be best known for their song Best of My Love and their collabo with Earth, Wind & Fire, Boogie Wonderland, of course. Steve, we're all music lovers on this show. Talk a little bit about the Emotions legacy, if you will.
I mean, you're talking about one of the great female vocal groups of all time who was introduced by Earth, Wind & Fire.
Yeah.
Earth, Wind & Fire introduced them on Boogie Wonderland. And they were met from Earth, Wind & Fire back when Earth, Wind & Fire used to have one female in the group. And then Maurice took the female out the group because it was a distraction, because she was fine. So Earth, Wind & Fire always had an affinity for female vocalists. And when they ran into the Emotions, they introduced them on Boogie Wonderland. And then they spun them off after that. You can hear the Emotions on a couple of Earth, Wind & Fire songs before they broke. And they harmony, man, was just, them girls right there. Them girls could blow, man.
Don't ask my neighbors.
Don't ask my neighbor. This is music right here.
Boy. That's them right there.
Yes. That harmony.
You ever heard this before, Junior?
No.
If you can me, you can hear me.
I heard it, Tommy, but I was in the crib.
Steve is having a moment.
The mirror stares you in the face. Get away. Sing, girls.
Yeah.
You dance and shake a leg. Dance. Ow!
Hey, we're on Zoom. Is he twerking? Oh, he's spanking. He's spanking.
Sit down.
He looks like it's twerking, but now he's twerking. I didn't even know Steve could twerk.
I'm so glad people can't see us. This is radio.
They would want to see Steve Harvey twerking.
Boy, you don't even understand.
It'll be up on Steve Harvey.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it will be.
Oh, we got you.
Y'all better not put that up. I swear to God. Boy, there won't be no more damn show.
We're going to fire everybody.
You put that up. You put that up and see what happens.
Oh, man.
Tell Dawn right now.
Man,
Emotions, baby.
Man,
yes, musical legend.
So much beautiful music from them. And our condolences, of course, go out to the Hutchinson family.
Have you ever seen them in concert?
Boy.
You're the only
Ask
one on
me
the show
nothing like
hasn't.
that.
Well, let me ask you this. Here go a real question.
So, Niecy,
how much a concert cost?
Turn up.
Turn up. He said turn up. He got to think.
Cut the music off, dog. You talking about? Boy, you talking about setback money now.
Okay, I'm just asking how much it cost back then
Boy,
to go to a
okay,
concert.
Richfield Coliseum, dog.
In Cleveland.
Oh, up in the back.
Up in the back, because you wasn't on the front row.
That's
Up
second,
in the back.
third
Hell no.
tier, Carla.
$23.50.
Yeah.
$20.50. Flow seats. God, dog.
To be continued. We'll talk about the themes when we come back. More of the Steve Harvey Morning Show at 20 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so Steve, when we left off, we were talking about, of course, Pamela Hutchinson of The Emotions passed away, and then we got into some concert talk. Junior asked you, had you seen them in concert? And Tommy asked you, how much did concert tickets cost back then? So let's take it from there, because I asked you.
$20-something.
Yeah.
$23, dog.
And I said that was almost
That's in the back
$50
up
because you
top.
had to. Yeah, and then I said
Yeah.
it was
Okay,
almost
but the
$50 because
flow
you had to
seats,
take a
though.
date. 'Cause
What?
you had to take a
Date?
Yeah, but you said
$23 date?
You went by yourself to the concert? I'm not understanding.
couldn't
Well, see, I had to go
Yeah.
because the girls I was dating didn't want to do the themes. See,
What was the
What do you mean?
theme?
I went to the concert in theme. Like when I went to see LTD, that's when all of them wore capes. You're a silhouette, a split.
You don't have to sing it. We know.
So you
I long to remember, though it helps me through these hours I spend away from you. People wonder how I do it. Oh, but ain't nothing to it. I got to wear the cape that they had on the album cover. Now the girl I want, Patricia Turner, she ain't want to wear no cape. Okay, well your ass can't go then.
You're not on board with the theme.
Because see, I'm up top while I'll come back and tell you all this.
All right. More of this when we come back on the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
So, Steve, you were at you were saying you were going to the concert and you didn't take a date because they didn't want to do themes.
Patricia Turner didn't want to wear the cape. Well, I'm wearing the themes, so I got purple cape on. Platform,
Why did you
so
have
I'm
to wear
down
what
there.
the album cover was? Why you just couldn't wear some clothes? Why did you? have
Why
to
would
do
I
that?
not?
Or some jeans.
Jeans?
Let me
Why
ask
would
you
I
this.
not?
To the
Let me ask
concert?
you this. But wait, let me ask you this. Were you the only one in the audience with the theme?
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
Oh.
Hell no. Oh, hell no. But ain't nobody out-themed me, though.
Okay.
I was
That's the
creative.
game.
Okay,
Cole
wait.
had a sister that could sew. So I bought an $18, $20 ticket. I'm up at the top. I'm jamming till the first act go off. Because black people got there by the act because it was hot. Concert was hot. So when the first act go off and the headliner come on, that's when I go downstairs. And I done watched
to the floor.
until I see, a flow seat open. So I get down there by the aisle, and then I'm doing like this in the aisle until I see an
jamming.
opening. Then I just slide on through. And I was cool, so everybody go, come on, little bro. And I get right in there, little man, I see you, boy, got your cape on, yeah. And now I'm on the floor. And they say, ain't no girl wanting to do all that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a
they
lot.
got
So I don't
200
need no
tickets
more.
For the seat.
Got it.
Yeah, and I don't want to be looking in her eyes. This Earth, Wind, and Fire, LTD, I saw the Commodores like that. Oh, dog.
What does your cape look like, though? That's what I'm trying to
Just like the one on the album.
Why you
Because
get
his
mad?
sister made it. Listen, Tommy, listen.
Hell, you talking about had a phoenix on it.
So Steve, you told us a story one time about you went to a concert, you had a feather in your head. Who
That was
did you
Earth,
go
Wind,
to
and
see
Fire.
that time?
That was Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Tell us
When they
about
came
that
out
one.
in the TPs. Earth, Wind, and Fire had a concert where these TPs came out. And then when the TPs disappeared, Earth, Wind, and Fire was standing right there. And I'd be damned. They had on vests with moccasins and suede pants with shingles on them. I had the vest on. The suede vest, mine wasn't real suede though. It was ultra suede. I got it at a fabric store. And I had the big fro with the bandana tied around my head like Jimi Hendrix. And I had the feather in the side of it.
Okay.
Oh, you would fly with it.
I look just like Mo
Did you
Weeks.
take pictures of this dog? Do you have pictures of this
Dog,
dog?
back
didn't
then
have
you had to have
camera
a big ass camera.
I know.
You know, you had a big ass camera back then. You can't carry no damn Polaroid to the show.
You can't take a Polaroid to the show.
Dog, I
All
ain't got
that
no
fanning.
pockets on. I ain't got no pockets on my vest for that. Come on, man. Cameras was big as hell back then. You had to have a bag.
I got it, big dog. I got it.
All right, Steve, coming up, it's our last break of the day.
Last break of the day.
And you'll have some closing remarks for us at 49 minutes after the hour, right after
You're a
this.
silhouette of splendor.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Here we are, guys, our last break of the day, and we have to remind everyone, don't forget, make sure you tune in tomorrow morning because Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden will be our very special guest. We're so happy to have him.
Yeah, y'all.
That'll be at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 Central. Don't miss it. Joe Biden, right here.
So
Talking
excited.
to Steve. Yeah, this is exciting. Yeah, we're getting down
I'm
to
going
it
to
now.
ask him
Like Joe.
what him and Senator Kamala Harris's plan is for Black America. People keep asking that question. And, you know, it's so hard for people to single out a group of people, but we're in a culture now that's asking to be singled out, to become aware of some very, very unique problems that we have as people of color in this country. I was watching a show on on the NBA, and Kerry Champion was hosting it on ESPN, and it was about race. And I don't know the white guy's name, but he's a reporter. He did a full report on how he feels as a white person in this country and what he's learned from black people during this movement. It was so extremely compelling because he said, even though I'm not black, how would I feel if this were happening to me over and over and over again? And it really made sense. And then they had the woman on, who I don't know her name, but an older lady who was a teacher who did the study. There's a video out of her asking a room full of whites, raise your hand if you would trade places and accept the behavior that's happening, accept the treatment that's happening to black people. Stand up. And
Jane
none of the
Elliott.
whites stood up. Say her name again.
Jane Elliott.
That's her. And then she said, no, wait, I'm sorry. Maybe you misunderstood the question. I said, all of you that are white, stand up if you would trade places with black people and receive the treatment of black people. And they didn't stand up. She said, well, none of you stood up. So obviously you must know how they're being treated, and you wouldn't want it to happen to you. There's some compelling conversations that's happening now. But nothing is more compelling than the message that's being sent from the White House administration that currently holds rank over there in the White House. The Trump administration is clearly sending the message loud and clear to black people that we don't care about you at all. We don't give a damn why you're protesting. We don't care what Black Lives Matter to you. We will not mention Black Lives Matter because to us, it doesn't matter. And as President Trump said, you all must be drinking the racism Kool-Aid because he thinks it's a drink that's concocted by liberals and socialists. Racism is not from liberals and socialists. Racism is very, very real. But we have a president who will not address racism because he won't admit that it exists. You can't fix a problem that you won't identify as a problem. So if this man thinks there is no racism, what's there to fix? He just simply wants to get America back to where it was when it was great again. When was that for us? When was it better for us than it is today? And today ain't really good. Look at what happens to us all year long. during the pandemic, which is what spurred the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm saying all of this because I'm trying to find a new way to get to you. We have to vote. We have to vote. You have to be sick and tired of this. I don't understand as a black person how you can sit here and try to sit this one out when clearly you have the power to change this election. Black people can decide it. I heard a Latino guy say that Latinos can determine this election. Do you know he's right? Do you know he's absolutely correct? Because if either one of us went out and voted in masses, we could change the election. Now, suppose black and brown people felt the exact same way, which I don't see how we don't. They kill us when they pull us over by the police. A lot of us are dying at the hands of the police, unjustifiably. They've taken your DACA programs. They're building walls. I don't know what else he can say to brown people that he ain't clearly saying to black people. I just don't know what else can be said, folks. How else do you have to hear it? What? What do you need to get talked into voting? Stop saying your vote don't count. Your vote don't count when you don't cast it. That's the vote that don't count. The vote that doesn't count is the vote that don't get cast. We've got to vote. NBA players are begging you to vote. Major League Baseball players are begging you to vote. Race car drivers, Lewis Hamilton is begging you to vote. He don't even stay here. The doggone soccer leagues are begging you to vote. Everybody's begging you to vote. I'm begging you to vote. If you want to show them that Black Lives Matter, prove it by voting. I'm telling you, nothing will send a more clear message from politics from now on than if we come out in serious numbers and vote and affect this election. They know where the votes are coming from. They know how to they count the precincts, y'all. We can send a message to Washington, D.C. that will resonate for years if we just get out and vote, damn it. Vote. Period. This is serious, y'all.
Drop the mic, Steve. Haven't said that in a long
time.
Throw
it in the flow.
Yes. For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.